Ever pondered how a prophet's words from centuries ago can resonate in our present-day world? Welcome to the world of Micah, an 8th century prophet whose messages echo with timeless relevance. Born into a time of political upheaval and social injustice, Micah's words rang out like a clarion call, indicting the corrupt and giving voice to the oppressed. His prophetic messages, captured in the Book of Micah, continue to inspire us today. Micah's words address themes of justice, righteousness, and the mercy of God. They challenge us to confront corruption, to stand against oppression, and to seek a world where justice and peace reign supreme. And they remind us of our responsibility to love mercy and to walk humbly with our God. As we journey through Micah's prophetic messages, let's keep in mind their timeless relevance. After all, the call to seek justice and love mercy is as relevant today as it was in the days of Micah. Micah's prophetic journey begins with a strong indictment against injustice. The prophet's narrative unfolds like a saga, a chronicle of a society's descent into corruption and its eventual redemption. Our journey begins with his earliest messages, a thundering rebuke against the leaders of his time. Micah did not mince words. He called out the heads of Jacob and the rulers of Israel, accusing them of perverting justice and exploiting the vulnerable. He laid bare the corruption that had seeped into the very foundations of society. From there, we move on to Micah's lamentation over the state of the society. The prophet was heartbroken by the moral decay he saw around him. He cried out for his people, mourning the loss of integrity and righteousness. His heart ached for those who suffered under the weight of injustice, and his words echoed with a deep sense of sorrow and frustration. But Micah's messages were not all doom and gloom. Amidst the dire warnings and the lamentations, there was a glimmer of hope. The prophet spoke of a future, a vision of a society where justice and peace would prevail. He prophesied a time when the mountain of the Lord's house would be established as the highest of the mountains, a place where people would stream to, a place where swords would be turned into plowshares and spears into pruning hooks. Micah's vision of the future was one where nations would not lift up sword against nation, and they would not learn war anymore. Throughout these messages, Micah remained steadfast in his commitment to justice and righteousness. He believed in the potential for change, in the power of the human spirit to rise above adversity. His words serve as a reminder that even in the darkest times, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. Through his messages, Micah paints a vivid picture of a society riddled with corruption, but not without a hopeful vision for the future. His prophetic journey is a testament to the enduring power of hope and the unyielding pursuit of justice. Now that we've traversed through Micah's prophetic journey, what are the key takeaways? In Micah's messages, we've encountered a profoundly resonant voice, a clarion call for justice, mercy, humility, and hope. These themes, as timeless as they are, continue to hold relevance in the world we inhabit today. Micah's first and perhaps most critical message is that of justice. He fiercely admonishes the oppressors and the corrupt, giving voice to the voiceless and standing up for the marginalized. This prophetic call for justice is as relevant today as it was in Micah's time. It serves as a reminder that we must always stand against oppression in all its forms and strive for a world where fairness and equality are the norm, not the exception. Next, we find the theme of mercy woven through Micah's words. He emphasizes the importance of kindness and compassion in our dealings with one another. In a world where it's all too easy to harden our hearts, Micah's message implores us to soften them, to extend mercy and understanding to those around us. Humility, too, is a cornerstone of Micah's teachings. He urges us to walk humbly, to recognize our own limitations and failings. This humility, Micah teaches us, should not be a source of shame, but rather a source of strength, a reminder of our shared humanity and our mutual dependence on each other. Finally, Micah's messages are imbued with a profound sense of hope. Despite the darkness he describes, the prophet envisions a brighter future, a world where peace and justice reign supreme. This hope serves as a beacon, guiding us through the challenges and struggles we face in our quest for a more equitable world. In a world still grappling with injustice and corruption, Micah's prophetic voice rings out, urging us to seek justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with our God.